Something is happening right now. Something you can feel, but maybe you still can't name. A shift. A revelation. A truth being unearthed from the depths of the unseen. And as you watch this while, you feel that vibration moving through your soul. There is someone, somewhere, who is afraid. Very afraid. Afraid of you. Afraid of what you've become. Afraid of what was revealed about you on December 25th. You may be wondering, what is so special about this date? Why now? Why does this day carry such deep weight on the spiritual calendar? The answer isn't only in tradition, and it isn't only in the celebrations the world knows. The answer is in what happens behind the scenes of the universe in invisible frequencies. In the Akashic records that were opened at this exact moment, December 25th is not just a date. It is a portal, a moment when the veil between the physical and the spiritual becomes so thin that truths can no longer be hidden. And this year, something about you was exposed. Someone saw it, someone found out, and now that person is terrified. But let's start from the beginning. Let's understand who these someones are. The ones who tremble at your presence. Even when you're doing absolutely nothing, they are the ones who always tried to diminish you. The ones who planted doubts about your worth. The ones who laughed at your dreams. Who questioned your sanity when you spoke about purpose. About mission. About a calling that echoed inside you like silent thunder. They tried. My God, how they tried. Spells sent in the darkness of night. Words laced with venom. Disguised as concern. Heavy energies aimed at blocking your paths. Shutting your doors. Extinguishing your light. But here is the truth they never expected. You were not like the others. You never were. And on December 25th, that was confirmed in a way that cannot be denied, not even by them. Chosen ones are not ordinary people. You know this, but sometimes you forget. You carry ancestral codes, spiritual marks, divine seals that identify you as a bearer of light in a world that often prefers darkness. And those marks are not invisible to those who operate in the shadows. They know who you are. They always have. But what changed now is that they saw what is coming. They saw the size of your territory. They saw the magnitude of the spiritual authority being released over your life, and it terrified them. On December 25th, while the world celebrated, while lights shone and families gathered, something happened in the spiritual realm. The books were opened, names were read, destinies were sealed. Those who were destined to rise received heavenly confirmations. Marks of divine approval were stamped upon their souls. And those who tried to stop this process saw, with their own spiritual eyes, that they failed. Not only did they fail, they saw that their resistance only strengthened you. Every attack became armor. Every curse turned into a blessing. Every attempt to destroy you became a staircase to greater heights. And now they are afraid of what you will do with that power. You need to understand something fundamental. Spiritual envy isn't only about what you have, it's about what you are. It's about the essence that radiates from you, even when you're not trying. It's about the presence you carry in a room. The light that shines through your eyes. The frequency that resonates when you speak. Ordinary people may not like it, but people who operate in deeper levels of darkness, they don't just dislike it, they fear it, because they know light and darkness cannot coexist, and they know that eventually, they will have to retreat. On December 25th, that truth was amplified. It was as if the universe turned up the volume of your frequency. Suddenly, what was hidden became visible. Your gifts, ones you may not have fully recognized, began to manifest in undeniable ways. Synchronicities multiplied. Dreams became more vivid, more prophetic. Intuitions turned into absolute knowing. And the people around you began to notice something different about you, even if they couldn't explain what. But those working against you, they know exactly what it is. They saw it in the spiritual planes. They saw your crown being polished. They saw your throne being prepared. They saw the doors that are about to open. The divine connections being orchestrated. The resources being mobilized toward you. And it filled them with dread. Because when a chosen one finally accepts who they are, when a chosen one stops hiding, when a chosen one begins to walk in the fullness of their calling, entire kingdoms tremble, systems shake, hierarchies are challenged, and those who built empires on lies and manipulation know their days are numbered. Do you want to know what they found out about you on December 25th? They found divine protection so strong that no weapon formed against you will prosper. They found heavenly alliances so powerful that angelic armies stand guard around you. They found a purpose so clear, so defined, so inevitable, that every attempt to derail you proved futile. They found a future for you so bright that it outshined every plan they made against you, and it left them desperate. But here is what you need to know. Their fear is not your problem. Their desperation is not your responsibility. Your only responsibility now is to keep walking, keep shining, Keep answering the call that pounds within you like a celestial war drum. Because every step you take toward your destiny is a nail in the coffin of the agendas set against you. Every time you choose faith over fear, you shatter chains forged to keep you trapped. Every time you speak your truth, you break spells cast to silence you. December 25th marked a turning point, a watershed moment on the spiritual calendar of your life. Before that day, you were in preparation, being refined, tested, proven, but now you are in manifestation. Now you are in revelation. Now you are in ascension, and there is no force on earth or beneath it that can stop what God has set in motion. Are you beginning to understand now? Are you beginning to see why they're afraid? It's not because you're perfect. It's not because you never make mistakes. It's because you're aligned. It's because you're connected. It's because you carry something that cannot be bought, stolen, or counterfeited. You carry the seal of divine authenticity. And that, my friend, is unstoppable. In the coming days, weeks, and months, you will notice changes. People who once had access to you will suddenly pull away, not because you rejected them, but because they can no longer withstand the frequency you emit. Situations that once seemed impossible to solve will suddenly find solutions, not because you became smarter, but because divine wisdom is flowing through you. Opportunities that once were closed will begin to open, not because you worked harder, but because God's timing has arrived. And as all of this happens, those who tried to stop you will be watching, afraid, regretful, with the painful understanding that they fought against something they never had a chance to defeat. Because how do you fight a divine decree? How do you battle a purpose established before the foundation of the world? How do you stop someone who was chosen, anointed, and commissioned by the Creator himself? The answer is simple: you can't. December 25th exposed that truth in a brutal way. It was as if God shined a spotlight on you and said, "This is my son, this is my daughter, and I am with them." And everyone watching, both in the physical realm and the spiritual realm, had to acknowledge that reality. Some with joy, others with terror. But you were not called to manage other people's emotions. You were not chosen to make everyone comfortable with your light. You were set apart for a mission bigger than yourself, one that will impact generations, one that will change territories, one that will open roads where no roads existed. And here is the part you truly need to grasp. The more you accept this truth, the more fear they will feel. The more you walk in authority, the more they will retreat. The more you manifest your calling, the clearer it will become that they never had power over you. They only had your temporary permission, and that permission has now been revoked. What was revealed on December 25th wasn't only about you. It was about what you represent. It was about the spiritual lineage you belong to. It was about the army of light you are part of. It was about the kingdom you are helping establish on earth. And when they saw it, when they understood the magnitude of what is at stake, fear became inevitable. Because chosen ones don't come only to shine. They come to transform. They come to set free. They come to destroy systems of oppression and establish structures of justice. They come to heal generational wounds and break ancestral curses. They come to be the voice for the voiceless and hope for the desperate. And when someone with that level of purpose finally wakes up to who they truly are, entire kingdoms must reorganize. So yes, someone is afraid of you, and maybe they should be. Not because you wish evil on them, but because your very existence living in fullness challenges everything they built on lies. Your authenticity exposes their falsehood. Your courage reveals their cowardice. Your unveiled love confronts their manipulation. And on December 25th, that became impossible to ignore. Now the question is, what will you do with this information? How will you respond to this revelation? Will you keep hiding, trying to be small, trying not to disturb anyone? Or will you finally accept the mantle placed on your shoulders? Will you finally pick up the sword forged for your hands? Will you finally occupy the territory assigned to you? Because the world doesn't need another chosen one, afraid of their own power. The world doesn't need another anointed one trying to blend in. The world needs you in the fullness of your glory, walking in complete authority, manifesting the kingdom in every area of your life. And those who are afraid, let them be afraid. Let them tremble. Let them lose sleep. Because while they are consumed by fear of what you will do, you are busy doing it. While they are obsessed with trying to stop you, you are advancing. While they waste energy fighting the inevitable, you are building, creating, manifesting the future, shown to you in dreams and visions. December 25th was the day the universe confirmed what you always felt, but sometimes doubted. You are chosen. You are anointed. You are protected. You are destined for greatness. And there is no demon in hell, no human on earth, and no circumstance in life that can change that. So rise up, shake off the dust, straighten your crown, and walk with the confidence of one who knows they have been seen, known, and approved by the Most High. Walk knowing that every step you take is being orchestrated by forces beyond human understanding. Walk knowing you are not alone, you never were, and you never will be. If this message resonated with your soul, if you felt this truth echoing inside you, then you know who you are. Don't ignore the signs anymore. Don't underestimate your purpose anymore. Subscribe to this channel to receive more revelations that will awaken the giants sleeping within you. Leave a like if you recognize that you are chosen, and share this message with others who need to hear they are not alone on this journey. Comment, I am chosen to activate the energy of this revelation over your life. December 25th was only the beginning. The best is still to come. And let them be afraid, because nothing can stop what God has already decreed over you.